Hey guys, welcome to my review for chapter 480 of Fairy Tail. Now I did miss last week's review because of the surgery. So real quick recap, last week Natsu continued his fight with Jacob. Jacob released Brandish and that other dude when he found out that he had trapped them with the rest of the Fairy Tail Guild, and then Lucy of course uses Gemini, brings all the Fairy Tail members back, and then Makarov and Natsu absolutely wreck Jacob. Once again, one of the members of the Spriggan 12 never really posed as a huge threat. However, I do think it was very satisfying how they took him out. Anyway, so this was mainly a setup chapter. However, a lot of things happened and there is a lot to talk about. So if you remember, before this battle with Jacob, Natsu was unconscious, so now that he's better, he was thanking Brandish for helping him. He was thanking Brandish for healing him, and she's like, yeah, you guys are still kind of screwed because August is coming now. We've met August before, but we really don't know all that much about him. We just know that because of him, Jacob was able to sneak into the Fairy Tail Guild undetected. And it sort of foreshadows his powers here, because it says August is the month of fear, which leads me to believe that he will have powers that manipulate fear. Sort of thinking like the Scarecrow from Batman or whatever. We'll have to see, but I hope this guy really poses a huge threat, because I really want to see another great villain in Fairy Tail, and I really want to see how these guys are going to be able to take him down. So a few chapters ago, it was foreshadowed that Mavis had a plan to defeat Zeref, and while we still don't really know what that plan is, she takes Kana down to Fairy Heart, to Mavis's, frozen body or whatever. When Mavis was attacked by Jacob, a crack got formed on the side of the crystal. Now Mavis's theory is that if more damage is done to her, then they will be able to free her real body from the crystal, which is what she needs to defeat Zeref. Now there's a lot of speculations that can be made about this, whether or not she will inhabit her old body and whether or not she will gain all of her powers again and how this is going to help. But for now, the big thing is that Mavis needs Kana to use Fairy Glitter, which is that super powerful move that only Kana can use, and Mavis thinks that if Kana uses Fairy Glitter on her, then her apparition body will be destroyed and they will be able to free her real body. And it seems like that's going to happen, so I'm very excited to see what Mavis has in store. We then finally get to see Gajeel and them again up north. They're planning on meeting Blue Pegasus and Sabretooth. However, once they get up there, the Alvarez army has been waiting for them, and they friggin' crucified all of the other guilds. Now this was kind of surprising because these guys seem to be just the normal army, and the fact that they took down like all of Blue Pegasus and Sabretooth is a bit crazy, because these guys, while they may not be as powerful as some of Fairy Tail's mages, they're pretty damn powerful. Especially Sting and Rogue, who are friggin' dragon slayers. But they have Gajeel, Mira Jane, Elfman, all these really powerful wizards, but still, these guys don't seem like they're going down without a fight. Anyway, then we finally cut back to the south of Fiore, where Jalal and Urza and all of them are at. So Urza, Jalal, and Kaguya are all there together, and all of a sudden this darkness just falls on everything. And they're like, well, what the crap's going on? They turn around and they see Kaguya's brother, Simon. If you're a little rusty on the early parts of the series, Simon was someone who was with Jalal and Jalal's group during the Tower of Heaven arc. And to my knowledge, he was also the first person in the series to die, because yes, people do actually die in Fairy Tail every now and then. So when we first saw him, I was like, Mashima, are you seriously bringing back another character? I swear to God. But thankfully, it was just a fake. And we see the culprit behind this fake Simon is the new Spriggan 12 member, Nineheart. Now it's interesting what this guy says. He says, what you're seeing is your Historia, a tale of love, friendship, family, betrayal, and death. What a beautiful, sordid Historia indeed. So this guy's magic is interesting. It almost seems like he's able to project things from people's pasts, which is why he was able to, create Simon, because, all of these guys have a history with Simon. So this seems like it'll be a very interesting fight. It might even get a bit psychological, you never know. And that was all this chapter had for us. Lots of setup to a lot of different things. But it was all very exciting. I'm excited to see where it is going to go. But I have to ask these two questions that I, honest to God, feel like I have been asking since I started reviewing Fairy Tail. Where the crap Acnologia at? I know it hasn't been too long since we've seen him defeat God Serena, but still, where the crap he at? And where the crap Gildart's at? Seriously. Like, all this stuff has been going on and Gildart's is just off somewhere. He's like the only one who's not around now. Even Jalal came back. Come on, I really want to see Gildart's again. He's such an awesome character. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. You can discuss this chapter in the comments below, and I will see you next week for a new review of Fairy Tail.